Somewhere right now, someone is ordering a steak because it's what cavemen ate. Someone else just bought a supplement called Paleo protein. An entire industry has been built on one confident assumption, that ancient humans mostly ate meat, and basically nothing else. It turns out the evidence paints a much more complicated picture. Here's the thing nobody tells you when they sell you a caveman diet. Scientists can now check directly, not by guessing, but by looking inside actual ancient teeth. And what they found was not a meat-only diet at all. It was something far messier, far more varied, and honestly far more impressive. It starts with dental calculus, hardened plaque that builds up on teeth during life and never fully goes away, even after tens of thousands of years. Trapped inside it are microscopic leftovers of whatever that person actually chewed. Starch grains, plant fibers, pollen, a sealed time capsule sitting in someone's mouth for 46,000 years. Picture a Neanderthal sitting around a fire in what's now Iraq, at a place called Shanidar Cave, not tearing into raw meat, chewing cooked grain, legumes, a handful of dates roasted first. That's not a guess. That's what researchers actually pulled out of the plaque on their teeth. Cooked, not raw, which means they weren't just eating whatever they caught. They were planning meals, and this goes back way further than Neanderthals. At a site in Mozambique, archaeologists found something that shouldn't exist that far back. A grinding stone, coated in residue, flour, 105,000 years old. That's over 100,000 years before agriculture even existed. Someone was already grinding grain into something close to bread. But teeth weren't the only clue. Bones carry a signature too. The ratio of carbon and nitrogen locked inside them shifts depending on whether someone ate mostly meat or mostly plants. It's permanent. Scientists don't have to guess anymore. They can measure it, and the results are all over the map. Literally. Coastal groups leaned on fish and shellfish. Grassland populations were surprisingly plant heavy, some over 70%. Cold, resource-scarce regions leaned hard into meat and fat because there simply wasn't much else. There was never one ancient diet. There were dozens, and they shifted with the seasons. Mostly meat through a lean winter, then roots, nuts, and fruit through a rich summer. Here's the fact that really puts it in perspective. Across a single year, some ancient groups are estimated to have eaten hundreds of different edible plants. Modern humans on average eat about 30, so where did the meat-only caveman idea even come from? Partly bias. Bones survive for tens of thousands of years. Plant matter almost never does. For most of the 20th century, archaeologists were reading half the receipt and assuming it was the whole meal. So here's the real picture. Ancient humans weren't steak-only survivalists gnawing on mammoth bones by firelight. They were resourceful omnivores who ground grain into flour before farming existed, cooked their starches, and ate whatever the land handed them, season by season. If this changed how you think about the caveman diet, subscribe. We dig up the real evidence behind ancient human life every week. Where's the meat? Some things never change. The hairy years. Every week.